Among the quartet of adventurers in Alexandre Dumas's The Three Musketeers, Athos stands out as the most enigmatic and tragic. While D'Artagnan provides the narrative's energy and perspective, Athos represents its moral and emotional depth. Noble, melancholic, and dignified, Athos is a man burdened by a secret past, yet he serves as the moral anchor of the group. His character enriches the novel by introducing themes of honor, tragedy, and the darker consequences of passion. Role in the narrative. Athos is introduced as one of the king's musketeers whom D'Artagnan meets upon arriving in Paris. Their first encounter is combative. D'Artagnan, through his impulsive temper, ends up challenging Athos, along with Porthos and Aramis, to a duel. This initial confrontation, however, quickly transforms into camaraderie when the four men band together against the cardinal's guards. From this moment, Athos becomes one of D'Artagnan's closest allies, embodying the spirit of the Musketeers' famous motto, "All for one and one for all." Within the group, Athos assumes the role of leader and father figure. Although he is not officially in command, his wisdom, composure, and aristocratic bearing naturally grant him authority. Whenever disputes arise among the Musketeers, Athos's judgment is usually decisive. His quiet dignity contrasts sharply with Porthos's flamboyance and Aramis's romanticism, creating balance within the group dynamic. Athos's personal narrative deepens the novel's emotional stakes. His tragic backstory, as well as his ill-fated marriage to Milady de Winter, revealed later in the story, connects him directly to one of the central antagonists. This revelation transforms Milady from a mere political conspirator into Athos's personal nemesis, intertwining his past with the broader conflicts of the narrative. The discovery that Milady is the same woman he once loved and attempted to execute for her crimes gives Athos's character a haunting dimension. His personal pain mirrors the broader theme of betrayal and corruption that permeates the novel. Symbolic significance. Athos symbolizes the nobility of a bygone era, tarnished by personal tragedy. His demeanor, manners, and authority reflect his aristocratic heritage, but his melancholy shows how that nobility is haunted by human weakness. Unlike Porthos, who revels in outward displays of wealth and grandeur, Athos's nobility is internal, manifested through his calm courage, dignity, and restraint. He is the idealized gentleman, but one broken by betrayal. Athos also represents wisdom born from suffering. While D'Artagnan is impulsive and rash, Athos tempers his actions with careful reflection. He often delivers counsel to the younger musketeer, shaping D'Artagnan's growth into maturity. In this way, Athos symbolizes the guiding influence of experience, suggesting that heroism is not just about daring but also about judgment and self-control. Athos is a tragic figure whose personal story embodies the destructive power of passion and betrayal. His relationship with Milady highlights how even the noblest individuals can fall victim to desire, deception, and despair. Symbolically, he stands for the limits of human perfection. No matter how dignified or virtuous, people are vulnerable to corruption and tragedy. This prevents the novel from devolving into simple romantic heroism and gives it emotional depth. Broader implications. Athos's character illustrates how the past continuously shapes the present. His marriage to Milady, his disillusionment with love, and his bitterness toward corruption all color his actions in the narrative. While D'Artagnan looks forward with youthful ambition, Athos constantly looks backward, bound by memory and regret. This dynamic reflects the tension between youth and age, hope and disillusionment, that runs throughout the novel. Athos suggests that heroism is often shadowed by personal wounds that never fully heal. Athos represents the aristocratic ideal of honor, dignity, and moral integrity, but his tragic fate also reflects the decline of that ideal in a corrupt political environment. His nobility sets him apart from ordinary men, yet it is precisely his nobility that leaves him vulnerable to betrayal by someone like Milady. In this sense, Athos symbolizes the fragility of the old order, resonating with Dumas's 19th-century readers who were living in a society where aristocratic privilege had been overturned by revolution. Athos embodies both nostalgia for lost nobility and a warning about its limitations. Athos plays a crucial role in Milady de Winter's downfall. He is one of the musketeers who convene the secret trial that leads to her execution. This act raises profound questions about justice, morality, and legality. On the one hand, Milady is guilty of heinous crimes, seduction, manipulation, and murder, and Athos's pursuit of her suggests a righteous demand for justice. On the other hand, the extrajudicial nature of her execution implicates Athos and the Musketeers in an act of vigilantism. Athos, therefore, symbolizes the ambiguity of justice in a corrupt world, where legal systems are inadequate, and individuals must act according to conscience, even at moral cost. Despite his personal pain, Athos's loyalty to his friends never wavers. He is the steady presence who binds the group together. His bond with D'Artagnan, in particular, reflects the importance of mentorship and intergenerational friendship. Through Athos, Dumas emphasizes the virtue of solidarity, suggesting that personal suffering can be alleviated at least partially through fellowship and shared purpose. Conclusion. Athos is one of the most complex and memorable characters in the Three Musketeers. Within the narrative, he plays the role of mentor, leader, and emotional core of the Musketeers. Symbolically, he embodies nobility, wisdom, and tragedy, serving as both an ideal and a cautionary figure. On a broader level, his character reflects themes of justice, the persistence of the past, the fragility of aristocratic ideals, and the enduring importance of loyalty and friendship. If D'Artagnan represents the novel's youthful energy, Athos provides its gravitas. His tragic backstory with Milady de Winter lends the narrative a personal and emotional intensity that transforms it from a mere adventure into a meditation on betrayal, justice, and the vulnerability of human virtue. By weaving Athos's personal suffering into the broader political intrigues of the novel, Dumas ensures that Athos stands not only as a musketeer but as a timeless symbol of the tragic dimensions of heroism. Athos remains a figure of dignity and melancholy whose presence elevates the story, reminding readers that beneath the sword fights and camaraderie lies the universal reality of human frailty and the search for meaning amid loss.